Shut your mouth!
Soren glared at me like I was insane.
Astrid, have you gone mad? How dare you just drop Lord Varg's name like that? Are you trying to get me sent to Valhalla early?
His warrior buddies stared at me with pure rage.
Do you have any idea how hard we fought for this escort duty? Gunnar Varg conquered Soren's clan last harvest. Our entire livelihood depends...
We were supposed to bind our souls at the temple of the Allfather that day, but my betrothed threw me out of the sacred grounds, then walked in with his childhood sweetheart instead.
He looked at me like it was nothing.
Ingrid's child needs a father, so she could stay in the clan. Once we sever the blood oath, I'll come back and bind with you.
Everyone thought I'd swallow my pride and wait until the next moon. After all, I'd already waited for 7 years. But that night, I took a ship across the Western Fjords for an arranged marriage. I vanished from his world completely. 3 years later, my husband and I flew our dragons back to the mainland for a grand ancestral blot. My husband had an urgent border skirmish to attend to, so he sent a beast and a handler to escort me. I walked out of the dragon docks. I walked into the arrival's courtyard and saw a warrior holding a parchment bearing my runic crest. I walked over and froze. Holding the parchment was my ex-betrothal, Soren. He was craning his neck, looking past me at the incoming Wyverns. He had Ingrid with him, and half his old raiding party. One of the warriors nudged him.
Soren, isn't that your clinging admirer? That's Astrid?
Soren looked at me. He looked surprised for a split second. Then he smirked.
I told you all long ago. I knew she'd call back.
The whole raiding party burst out laughing.
Astrid vanished without a trace. Now she sees Soren has plundered gold. She probably cries herself to sleep every night.
One of them looked me up and down.
Astrid, if you're here to see Soren, why show up in plain wool? Couldn't you at least paint your face with war colors? Without Soren, you can't even barter for a nice cloak. Pathetic.
It was true. I used to spend hours getting ready for Seddon. Full braided hair, clan paints, fitted leathers and furs, always making sure I looked perfect for him. But I didn't need to do that anymore, because I'm pregnant. And my husband refused to let me ride uncomfortably. He banned heavy chainmail, and had this plain toque spun by the light elves of Alfheim just for me. Listening to them mock me, it suddenly clicked. They only read the ruse on the garrison's dispatch. They had no idea the noble they were picking up was me. Since I wasn't saying anything, an old mutual friend stepped in, trying to play peacemaker.
Astrid, glad to see you back. Soren actually spent years looking for you. He has been asking about you everywhere.
Solen's smug smile stiffened. He cleared his throat and acted casually.
Ingrid's kid starts shield training next week. From now on, you're getting him to the training grounds.
He was still so incredibly arrogant. But I wasn't that naive little girl anymore. Looking at him now, I just felt exhausted and disgusted. I didn't want to waste another second on them. I was just about to tell them exactly who I was.
But Ingrid beat me to it.
Astrid, please don't be mad at Soren. He's just trying to take care of you. You disappeared for 3 winters. What kind of shady taverns have you been staying at? Look at you. Soren wanted to make you his personal scribe, but clearly you're not a fit. Don't worry. Being my thrall is an honor. No one will look down on you.
3 years apart, she's still as arrogant as ever. She still makes me cringe.
Soren saw my scowl and thought I was just jealous. His eyes flashed with triumph.
All right, Astrid, drop the attitude. You clearly can't survive out in the wilds. So hold your temper, take care of the kid, and learn your place. Don't worry, I got a perfect cot for you, just in the dragon pens.
The whole group howled with laughter.
By Thor, Astrid, show some appreciation. He's giving you free meat and mead. Isn't it better than wherever you're living now?
Ingrid touched her gold-forged earring, putting on an affected tone.
Don't you worry, dear. If my son acts up, I'll make sure he still behave. He won't let it out on you, I promise.
Soren let out a cold laugh and shot me a glance.
Why's that? She was always so stubborn, ran away over a tiny little misunderstanding. If she hit rock bottom out there, she deserves to suffer a little.
Hearing that, my heart actually skipped a beat. After 3 years, he still thought ditching me at the temple of the Allfather for Ingrid was just a tiny little misunderstanding. Soren, the one I had fallen in love with, was gone. He wasn't the boy who carried me across the frozen tundra, ignoring his own bleeding frostbite. He wasn't the broken youth who promised me the 9 realms. He wasn't the warrior who, despite all his glory and spoils, was still willing to do game for me. But whatever. It was all in the past. None of it mattered anymore. Besides, I'm about to give birth to my 2nd child. Pushed my feelings down. I didn't want to argue with them. It was pointless.
Aren't you here to guide me to the keep? Let's go.
They exchanged looks. Then they burst out laughing.
Guide you?
What a joke. She pointed at the runic parchment. Read it carefully.
We are waiting for Lady Varg. Do you even know who that is?
Varg was my new name. Of course I knew.
Lady Varg is the matriarch of the Black Dragon clan. She is the actual wife of High Jarl Gunnar Varg. Gunnar Varg is a ruthless warlord, but he's completely obsessed with his wife.
I heard he stayed solitary for years, just waiting for her. Everyone in the realm knows the rule. Don't try to kiss up to Gondar, kiss up to Lady Varg. She is his entire world.
Listening to them gossip about my marriage, I couldn't help it.
To win his wife's heart, Gunnar Varg bartered with the dwarves of Svartalfard for a custom armoring. It's called the Tear of Yggdrasil. It costs 20 chests of gold.
Lady Varg is literally the most envied woman in Midlad. Her eyes darted down to my wrist. She let out a sharp gasp.
That's the exact same arm!
It's a pretty good fake. Which broke stableboy bought this for you? Buying you a cheap iron knockoff. Absolute trash.
I snatched my hand back and gently rubbed the arm ring on my wrist. I smirked, seeing my happy, unfazed smile. Soren's eyes narrowed in pure rage. He lunged forward. He grabbed my wrist with a crushing grip and violently ripped the arm ring off my arm. Ingrid eagerly stepped forward. She snatched the arm ring from Solen's hand and started playing with it.
Look, a high-quality fake. Way better than the replica I bought from that merchant. But I'd never actually wear mine in the Great Hall. How embarrassing.
These foreign knockoffs are more detailed. The weight actually feels real. She gave me a mocking, sickly sweet smile.
Or what, Astrid? Are you saying you're the real Lady Varg?
Are you the legendary warlord's wife? The second she said it, the raiding party erupted into hysterical laughter. Gunnar Varg was a feared conqueror. He was ruthless and unstoppable. And 3 years ago, I was just a pathetic nobody, the loser who got dumped at the temple. Ingrid spun the priceless arm ring around her finger.
Astrid, sell this fake to me.
I'll pay you double. I panicked, terrified she was going to drop it.
Give that back right now! Gunnar gave that to me!
Shut your mouth!
Soren glared at me like I was insane.
Astrid, have you gone mad? How dare you just drop Lord Varg's name like that? Are you trying to get me sent to Valhalla early?
His warrior buddies stared at me with pure rage.
Do you have any idea how hard we fought for this escort duty? Gunnar Varg conquered Soren's clan last harvest. Our entire livelihood depends on him now.
The only way Soren keeps his commander spot is if we impress Lady Varg. And you're out here spreading psychotic rumors that you know the High Jarl.
Are you trying to ruin Solen's honor?
My stare must have been dead cold because Soren frowned. A flicker of genuine panic flashed across his eyes.
You ungrateful rat! Solen was kind enough to offer you a roof to survive. Don't push it. I know you're bitter about the past, but trying to sabotage his command out of petty revenge? That's sick.
Sora shook his head in disgust.
You're such a jealous shrew.
But this time, he didn't keep screaming at me. He went quiet for a second. Then he pulled out a heavy pouch from his belt. He tossed a bag of pure silver pieces right at my chest.
For the sake of our past bond, I'll let this slide. Take the silver. Go get some decent cloaks. If you really don't want to tend the pens for Ingrid's kid, I'll have you sent to the kitchens next week.
Watching him play the generous savior made my stomach turn. The whole group watched me, waiting for me to grovel and take the pouch. Instead, I kicked it away. I reached over.
No thank you, Commander. Seems like you need it more than I do.
Soren's face turned bright red. I ignored him and turned to walk away. But I barely made it 2 steps before he grabbed my arm.
Astrid! What is your problem?
Commander? What do you mean? I pulled my arm free. We broke our oaths 3 years ago.
It's better if we keep our distance. I wouldn't want anyone to get the wrong idea.
I was thinking about my fiercely loyal, slightly jealous Dragonlord husband, but Soren glanced over at Ingrid. He looked like he had it all figured out.
The Jarls are hosting a great solstice feast for Lord Varg in 3 days. I was actually planning to bring you to my table, to let you experience true grand ceremony, but you'd need to buy a decent dress. I can't have you embarrassing me.
I cut him off immediately. With all respect, I really don't need it.
Hearing me reject him again, Solen grew annoyed. He was grinding his teeth.
Astrid, you've grown a spine, haven't you? It's true what they say. The poorer you get, the bigger your attitude. Fine! If you don't want to go, forget it! I'll take Ingrid.
Hearing that she got to attend the High Jar's feast, Ingrid's eyes lit up.
Solen, I promise I'll be perfect. I absolutely won't embarrass you.
I was so incredibly done with them. I turned around and strode away, but I tossed one last look over my shoulder. I'm looking forward to seeing you both in 3 days. I practically sprinted out of the courtyard, hitting the crisp, freezing air outside, finally pushing down the nauseous churning in my stomach. My mind flashed back to 3 years ago. My clan had been pressuring me into an arranged marriage across the sea. I fought them on it. I begged Sudan, my betrothed of 7 years, to just run away with me into the forests, to swear oaths and be together forever. But when I showed up at the temple of the All-Father, he brought Ingrid. He told me her child needed a father under clan law. He told me he'd sever the tie to her in a moon's time and bond with me then. He told me not to overthink it. Watching him hold her hand and walk up to the altar, I realized what a fool I've been. I sailed across the Western Fjords for a blind arrangement that very night. A moon later, I married Gunnar Varg. A year later, we had our firstborn, and now I'm pregnant with our second. Honestly, if it wasn't for Gullar's ancestral blot, I definitely wouldn't have seen Soren ever again. 3 days later, I showed up to the Great Solstice Feast alone, wearing light face paint and my custom Ellen-spun tunic. The second Soren saw me, his eyes lit up. A smug smirk spread across his face.
You said you didn't want to come, but here you are. Listen, if you want me back, you need to at least dress the part to match my new status.
I brushed off his arrogance and tried to pass him. He stopped me angrily after just 2 steps.
Astrid! I'm talking to you. Our seats are right here. Where do you think you're going?
I shook his hand off. Those are your seats. Mine is over there. I pointed straight at the high jaw's carved oak table. Soren's face instantly darkened. Ingrid shot me a venomous glare. She pointed directly at my wrist and yelled at the top of her lungs.
Astrid, how did you sneak in here? Are you here to ruin everything? How dare you wear that arm ring?
Her screeching made the entire mead hall turn to look at us. People immediately started whispering.
Wait, is that the tear of Yigazik? Lord Varg forged that for his wife. Tonight is Lady Varg's first public appearance. Is this girl trying to mock the High Jarl's wife? She sneaked past the guards. Is she trying to humiliate us in front of Lord Varg?
One of the elder warriors turned to Soren.
Commander, is this young lady of your clan?
Soren saw that I wasn't even looking at him. He adjusted his expensive fur cloak and said coldly,
No, I don't know her.
Hearing that, Ingrid looked completely thrilled. She lifted her chin and sneered at me. Take that fake arm ring off and get out! She gave me a mocking, sickly sweet smile. Or what, Astrid? Are you saying you're the real Lady Varg? Are you the legendary warlord's wife? The second she said it, the raiding party erupted into hysterical laughter. Gunnar Varg was a feared conqueror. He was ruthless and unstoppable. And 3 years ago, I was just a pathetic nobody, the loser who got dumped at the temple. Ingrid spun the priceless arm ring around her finger.
Astrid, sell this fake to me.
I'll pay you double. I panicked, terrified she was going to drop it.
Give that back right now! Gunnar gave that to me!
Shut your mouth!
Soren glared at me like I was insane.
Astrid, have you gone mad? How dare you just drop Lord Varg's name like that? Are you trying to get me sent to Valhalla early?
His warrior buddies stared at me with pure rage.
Do you have any idea how hard we fought for this escort duty? Gunnar Varg conquered Soren's clan last harvest. Our entire livelihood depends on him now.
The only way Soren keeps his commander spot is if we impress Lady Varg. And you're out here spreading psychotic rumors that you know the High Jarl?
Are you trying to ruin Solen's honor?
My stare must have been dead cold because Soren frowned. A flicker of genuine panic flashed across his eyes.
You ungrateful wretch! Solen was kind enough to offer you a roof to survive. Don't push it. I know you're bitter about the past, but trying to sabotage his command out of petty revenge? That's sick.
Sora shook his head in disgust.
You're such a jealous shrew.
But this time, he didn't keep screaming at me. He went quiet for a second. Then he pulled out a heavy pouch from his belt. He tossed a bag of pure silver pieces right at my chest.
For the sake of our past bond, I'll let this slide. Take the silver. Go get some decent cloaks. If you really don't want to tend the pens for Ingrid's kid, I'll have you sent to the kitchens next week.
Watching him play the generous savior made my stomach turn. The whole group watched me, waiting for me to grovel and take the pouch. Instead, I kicked it away. I reached over.
No thank you, Commander. Seems like you need it more than I do.
She'll come back to me.
He had no idea. That was his last chance.
Don't move. I'm not done with you yet.
Enough, James. Suddenly, the phone won't stop buzzing. The screen flashes. Ex-husband.
Nora. 3 years. I kept my word. I'm here to get you back.
Your ex, he's right on time.